Just a stone's throw from historic Monument Circle in downtown Indianapolis. We are at the beautiful Lucas Oil Stadium. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room. The great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the New England Patriots. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Throwing Jones. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Rocky Sin. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Extra point attempt to follow here. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Pats at the line ready to go. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he's going to have a Patriots first down as he gets it up past the 35.
And that's a run characteristic of Damian Harris. When he touches it, he gets not what's just blocked, but he gets a few more yards as well. He's been dinged up his first 2 years with the Patriots, only 10 starts a year ago. But you have to believe that this coaching staff thinks that he's capable of bigger and better things.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw complete there to Smith. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Going to hand this off to Harris. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Jones. The pass to Henry is intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Blankenship out for the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, we just saw something you don't ordinarily see. And that's him trying to deep ball after throwing a pick six on his previous pass. Normally, they give him something safe to get his confidence back. Instead, they let him fire it downfield, albeit unsuccessfully.
Here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Jones. This is Smith with a grab. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The completion there by Mac Jones. And Charles, what do you think this defense needs to do to slow down this young rookie from Alabama?
Well, as usual with a rookie, pass rush is big. Put some pressure on him and see if he can handle things in the pocket. But the other one is your defensive backs, linebackers who are covering people, they need to be on the spot because he's extremely accurate with the ball. He doesn't miss very many throws downfield, puts it right on his receivers. You have to be there to stop them at the point of the catch.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
From the 30 on second down, Jones. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And he's got some space here. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit.
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
A second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
My dad used to tell me all the time when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on third downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. And this one is right through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
This taken in at the goal line. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. Let's take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on third down. Here's Wentz to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. Powering his way forward. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, You've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. A give to Harris, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. It's his 8th rushing touchdown on the campaign and 10th overall. And the Patriots are back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to 4.
Next in score, Colts 14, Patriots 10. Jake Bailey to kick off for the Patriots.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
First and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. On 2nd and 9, Wentz. He's got Granson, his tight end. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Wentz going to bat this forward on the jet sweep. And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Play action. Now Wentz. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it, and the Pats will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Well, his arm strength never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play.
A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 55 rushing yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
First down, Patriots.
Jones throwing on first down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. On the give, this is Harris. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. To throw, Jones. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to. Now that Patriots sideline not happy with what just transpired, and they're going to throw out the challenge flag. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough and demanding job. You and I both know that. Yeah, they make the right call way more often than they get it wrong.
39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Wentz going to give this to Taylor. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a give to Taylor. And he's going to take this down close to the 1st as he's brought down at the Patriots' 29. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for the 1st with Taylor. And he's able to get the 1st here as he's taken down at the 25. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Fighting him off. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Makes the score Colts 21, Patriots 10.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Jones throw here taken in by Isabel.
Complete to Andy Isabella. A 6-yard pickup brings up second down at the 25-yard line.
2nd and 10. They'll run with Harris. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the bootleg, Jones. He's got Smith here. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Now Blankenship on for the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. And he's got his target, Harris. And able to rip chip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. And his pass, incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jones. Flushed out right. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll look to throw again. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And he's got Granson over the middle. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Throwing on first is Wentz. Catch made here by Campbell. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Blankenship's kick is good. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So no touchdown that time, but they do get 3 more, and now they have even more of a cushion.
It's been a terrific first half offensively, so it's hard to blame them for not getting into the end zone there. But the way they've been moving the ball in this one, I don't think these will be their final points of the game.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room? On Wentz is intercepted yet again. He's picked off just shy of midfield. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Running left, Taylor. Tackle made by Adrian Phillips.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz. He'll get this off to Taylor. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked off by Juwan Bentley. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
On 2nd and 12, Jones. That'll be caught. It's Isabella. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Harris. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Patriots are going to take over at their own 41. Now this offense, yeah, they keep wanting more, but they kind of got to be careful here, CD. I mean, we're still in the third quarter. This game isn't over yet.
I would agree with you there because while they've had all kinds of success and hit out some deep balls like this, the one thing they can't do is start to get loose with the football. A lot of time left, as you mentioned, and if they keep turning it over, they'll bring them back into the game.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 45-yard line.
They'll run again with Harris. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 64 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. He sets to fire deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
But we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On play action, it's Wentz. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wentz eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
On play action, Wentz. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And this one is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got it complete to Aguilar. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And that last throw, Charles, an important one stat-wise for this young rookie. It puts him over 4,000 yards passing for the season.
And you think about some of the great seasons by rookie quarterbacks in recent vintage. How about Andrew Luck in 2012 with 4,000?
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 41. And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. They'll try the left side with Taylor. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Wentz going to bat this forward on the jet sweep. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Wentz going to bat this forward on the jet sweep. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
It's a loss of 4. Brings up 3rd and goal.
Wentz now on 3rd and goal. Caught left side. It's Beckham.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This to make it a 3-score game late. Blankenship's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 84 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Operating from the gun, Jones. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 46. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. And the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back pop.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by J.C. Jackson, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. The tackle there by George Odom.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Second and 6. From the gun, Jones. That's swung out wide to Harris. Pushing through the contact. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
1st down, New England.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. This complete left side to Aguilar. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 14. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying...
There's Henry. Touchdown, Patriots. Hunter Henry with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Patriots have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets his football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 68 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Again, he finds an opening. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Colts are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Blankenship out for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Meanwhile, Jones' throw into the hands of Henry here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Escaping the pressure right. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 14. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant.
There he goes, right side. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for Indy. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them.
And he takes it in for a Colts score. Paris Campbell hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Colts extend this 4th quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and they open the lead up now to 25. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. That ball complete to Isabella. And he gets us up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Throwing Jones. And that will be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them, because just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Open man to tight end Henry. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Now Jones. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Back to throw again. Flush to his right. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Isabella. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 14.